Identify a polynomial and its leading coefficient. So this is how we identify a polynomial. We ask ourselves, does our function have this form? And it looks kind of weird with all these subscripts on the A's. It's just a way of showing you that this coefficient corresponds to the power. So this is the nth coefficient, this is the n-1th coefficient, etc. on down the line. A0, notice, is not multiplied by x or anything, so it's just a constant by itself, standing alone. And you don't, these leading coefficients can be, not leading coefficients, but these coefficients in front can be 0. So you don't have to have all the powers of x. Main thing is you can only have powers of x or a constant, and you can't have x in a denominator or under a radical. That would not be a polynomial. So it has to be some constant times x to some power and added or subtracted. Remember, subtraction is just a form of addition. So that's why they only have plus signs here. These coefficients could be negative. And here are some examples of polynomials. This is a linear function, but it is a polynomial, and the degree is 1. So this is understood to be 1. So the degree here is 1, and the leading coefficient is 3. Okay, the leading coefficient is not necessarily the number in front, but it's the number that is in front of the highest power of x. So here, the highest power of x is 2, so the degree is 2, and the leading coefficient is also 2. Here, the highest power on x is 5, so that's the degree, and the leading coefficient is understood to be 1. Now, this one, notice, is not in descending order. The previous polynomials are all in descending order, but here, the highest power is 7, and so the leading coefficient is 3. Now let's take a look at some examples. I'm going to share my screen and take a look at your homework. Okay, the following polynomial is a function. If it's a function, then state its degree and the leading coefficient. If it is not, then state this. Okay, so here, this is a polynomial because we have constants multiplied by x to some power, and the highest power is 4, so the degree is 4, and the leading coefficient is the number in front, which is -16. So the degree is 4. So C is the correct answer. Here, again, the highest power on x is 4 with an 11 going in front of that. So the degree is 4 and the leading coefficient is 11. Again, highest power is 4 and 9. Degree is 4, leading coefficient is 9. And notice here they don't have it in the proper order, but yet again, 4 is the highest and 10 is the leading coefficient. Okay, highest power is 9 and 1 is the leading coefficient. This is not a polynomial. And the reason is because that power is -3. You can't have negative powers on x because negative just means the x would be in the denominator. And so this is not a polynomial function. This, neither is this because of the square root. So this is not a polynomial function. Okay, I hope this helped you with understanding what the degree and leading coefficient of a polynomial is.